Hi everybody, and welcome to Improve My Maths, a place where you can improve your maths by yourself. Today we're going to be looking at rounding whole numbers to the nearest 100. This lesson was made for children who are 8 years and older, so just make sure it's suitable for you and the class that you're in. Today's lesson is rounding numbers to the nearest 100. Why are we learning this? Well, we learn to round numbers so that we can add numbers quicker in our heads. It can also be used to estimate amounts. Okay, let's get started. Rounding to the nearest 100 involves numbers that are 3 digits or bigger. That means they will have a hundreds, a tens, and a units in them. To round to the nearest 100, we have to look at the tens column. So keep an eye on the digit in the middle each time. So basically, any numbers with either a 0 in the tens column, or a 1 in the tens column, or a 2 in the tens column, or a 3 in the tens column, or a 4 in the tens column, will all get rounded down to the nearest 100, which is 300 in this case. So again, because these numbers have either a 0, a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4 in them, they get rounded down. Following on from this, any numbers with a 5 in the tens column, or a 6 in the tens column, or a 7 in the tens column, or an 8 in the tens column, or a 9 in the tens column, they'll all get rounded up to the nearest 100. Which is 400 in this case. So just again, any numbers that have a 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 in the tens column will get rounded up. Easy. Here's a quick way of remembering it. Any number smaller than the tens or in the tens will get rounded down to the nearest 100. The same will happen for any numbers in the 20s, in the 30s, in the 40s. They will all get rounded down to the 100 below them. Following on from this, any numbers in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s or the 90s will be rounded up to the nearest 100 above them. So for example, the number 149 will get rounded down to 100, whereas the number 150 will get rounded up to 200. And just to let you know, this will be the same between any hundreds. So between 100 and 200, 200 and 300, 400 and 500, any hundreds, 800 and 900. Great! Let's do an addition sum to put this into practice. Here we've got 273 plus 306. We'll use the teddies again to help. Press pause to see if you can round it by yourself first, and then unpause afterwards. Okay, because 273 has a 7 in the tens, then that will get rounded up to 300. 306 though has a 0 in the tens column, so that will get rounded down to the nearest 100, which is 300. So add those together and you'll get 600. Now, going back to our original sum, 3 plus 6 is 9, 7 plus 0 is 7, and 3 plus 2 is 5. And as we can see, the estimated answer and the final accurate answer aren't too far off. There's only a difference of 21. Great work! Let's do a subtraction sum now to see how that works. Here we've got 612 take away 237. Press pause to see if you can round it by yourself first and then unpause afterwards. So 612, because it has a 1 in the tens column, that will get rounded down to 600. 237 though, because it has a 3 in the tens column, will get rounded down to 200. 600 take 200 is 400. Now back to our original sum. 2 take 7 we cannot do, so go next door and ask for 10 more. Bring over the 10, 12 take 7 is 5, but 0 take 3 we cannot do, so go next door, ask for 10 more and bring it over. 10 take 3 is 7, then 5 take 2 is 3, which is 375. And again, the estimated answer, using rounded numbers, isn't too far off the accurate answer. There's only 25 in the difference. Great work! Let's do one more takeaway sum and then we'll be done. Here we've got 874 take 292. Press pause to see if you can round it by yourself, and then unpause afterwards. Okay, so because the 874 has 7 tens for 74, that's going to get rounded up to the nearest 100, which will be 900. And then the 292 has 9 tens, so that too will get rounded up to the nearest 100, which will be 300. 900 take away 300 will be 600. Then back to our original sum. 4 take 2 is 2. 7 take 9 we can't do, so we're going to have to go next door, ask for 10 more and bring it over. 17 take 9 is 8. And then 7 take 2 is 5, 582. And 600 is only 18 bigger than 582, so again, it's very, very close. Great work! And that's it for this lesson. You've learnt how to round numbers to the nearest 100. Thank you for watching. Please click like and subscribe. See you next time.